Hey, it's been a couple days since I've done a video. I was busy with work, and then my time off, I've been working around the house, but also I've been kind of intrigued with the whole thing that I've been doing lately. Um, Going out to NPC nullsec and uh, scouting out an area. I think I did a video last week of just going out to the Great Wildlands and flying around a little bit. Um, have yet to get blown up out there. It's pretty quiet, and I understand why. Um, but I am slowly getting more and more intrigued by it. It's kind of like, and I've never moved there. Hey, how's it going? You get enough water in you? Hey, come on up. Want to say hi? Want to say hi? This is Amanda. I think she's been on video before. How you doing? Happy? Good girl. Good girl. That's my girl. There it is. There it is. All right. You good? Happy? All right. Go to sleep. You haven't got your 25 hours of beauty rest today. Sorry about that. Some things are more important than Eve. Yeah, you're more important than Eve is. Um, Long story short, I've never even visited there, but I've watched a lot of shows about it. The Great Wildland kind of remind me of living in Alaska, or maybe moving there, which I might be doing. Not to Alaska, but and let me just pull up. It sounds weird, but I'm gonna pull up a map here of Alaska and just tell you why I kind of feel that way. Here's Google Maps. Alaska. There you are. So, this is Alaska. There is Russia. There's Alaska right there. Now, all the way zoomed out, if you notice with Alaska here, there is only one city highlighted, or town. It's Anchorage. Anybody who's watching that isn't from the United States or doesn't know geography that well. Because it's really one of the very few larger towns in the area or cities in Alaska. I don't know population statistics, but it's not big. Obviously, if you scroll in, you start seeing some smaller towns. But if you think about Alaska, think about the size of Alaska here compared to the United States here. Now, I know the map is, as it goes north, it gets spread out more. But literally, Alaska here and is about half the size of the continental United States. And it only has one semi-large town. Now, it has a bunch of smaller little hamlets and things, and mostly locals that live in the area. The other one that is fairly large is right up here in the middle, which is Fairbanks. Anybody who watches, I think it's like Ice Road Truckers and stuff like that, or different things, they have that. And then, so that's another larger one. And down here should be Juneau, if I remember correctly. I think it's, let's just see here. Juneau, I think it's the capital of Alaska. There it is. Where are you, Juneau? There's Juneau. There it is, right here. Sorry. So even Juneau is just even though it's the capital, is just a little. You know what? I gave you attention earlier. I'm sorry. We get to hang out all day tomorrow too. But it is the capital of Alaska. Why am I giving a geography lesson? Because I'm wanting to talk about Eve. But it's still not a whole lot going on here. I mean, I'm sure it's got some cool stuff going on, but one tidbit, and I remember hearing about this a couple of years back. Juneau, Alaska is the only capital in the United States, I think, that you cannot get to by driving straight to it. I don't think there is a connecting road that goes to there. You actually have to either fly in or boat in or ferry in, if I'm not mistaken. Um, you can't get there from the continental United States. Now, looks like this Road 7 here, Highway 7 maybe, goes pretty far up here, but then it stops. So I'm just being stupid. I don't really need to go over this. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is this is the map of the Great Wildlands. Now, currently, last couple weeks to a month or two, I've been living in Malden Heath. Been hanging out up here in this high-sec area here, and this area here. And and I've been able to build some things and mess around with my planetary interaction. And literally just jumping in right here, you can get to the Great Wildlands. You can also go in from this direction, shoot down through here, and right in there. So there's two actual entry points to the Great Wildlands from here. Why do you want to go into the Great Wildlands? Well, it is NPC space, so it's the frontier, like Alaska, maybe even like Oklahoma before it was settled with the great land rushes and things like that. I just realized something. I've got a cup of coffee here, a cup of coffee here, and a thing of water here. I'm very dehydrated today. So long story short, I'm looking at it here and I'm saying, okay, here is, if I compare this to Alaska, this can be your Anchorage here. This is your Juneau right here, a smaller town, but right near it. And then I did do some scouting runs out through here, and I haven't been down in this area here or the top area up here just yet, but I did find a couple of Freeport stations in F04Z TAC V and NTAC S6Z8B. So those are player-owned stations that they are allowing people to land on. In an area like this, nullsec, you have to be very careful to leave your stuff in these. I don't know how long these have been there. There isn't that many people around, but if somebody just decided they want to get rid of them, like one of these big alliances, they could just get rid of them. So, but you can drop your stuff off up here. So I think of this as like the capital and the market hubs of the area, because here you can put some clones in and you can produce some stuff. But look at all of this area out here. Nothing. Just nothing. Now, flying through them, I did see some Astra houses in my directional scanning, and some other mining stations, but they were all closed. They weren't free ports from what I've seen so far. So anybody wanting to start their own nullsec corporation could literally drop something out here and live out here. So why aren't more people out here? Well, I haven't been to a whole lot of other nullsec areas, but what I'm seeing is there you can't own the systems. It's NPC nullsec, so you can't put up your own stuff there as far as owning it to increase things. The second part being that for miners, there are no asteroid belts, just regular everyday asteroid belts. Like whenever I'm flying around in low sec over here, why did I do that? Right up here, I make a decent money in killing some rats in all of these systems, because there's like, I think it's in like Catalina, there's like 20 different asteroid belts. Weld has one. Your Ernatic has some. You can just fly around and kill stuff in those asteroid belts and not worry about anything. And the anomalies are easier too. Out in the Great Wildlands here, all of the anomalies are high-level anomalies. Most of them, at least, that I've seen. And then they don't have any asteroid belts. They do have mining belts, small and medium asteroid belts, but those are actually protected by um, uh, NPC characters, and there's missile batteries, and actually I have it here because I was just studying. That's why I was going to do the video. I went into because I'm flying my little Thrasher here that I built. It's just an ugly little sucker. Just threw some weapons on it that I'd scavenged. Um, but I was trying to see if I could kill things out there. And the where was it? The logs and messages. Personal. Oh, utilities, logs and messages. There we go. So in the asteroid belts, they had some missile batteries and some sentry guns. If I'm not mistaken, the sentry guns do omni damage. They do every type of damage, whereas the missile batteries do inferno, which I think is thermal. I have to do some more research on it, and my Thrasher was not able to hold up on it. If I would have I took this first hit from the drone missile batteries. The second one probably would have killed me if I hadn't buggered out. Um, so, and then there's also some ships in those belts too. So, my thought is that if I can build a ship that I can then be able to take these batteries out and survive, then I would have constant ISK making possibilities. The other thing I did do while I was out there was every once in a while on the gates you'll see either frigates or frigates guarding a battleship or some battle cruisers and a cruiser, and I was able to on a gate take out with my junky, ugly, nasty looking Thrasher here. I was able to take out an Angel Saint battleship, which was worth 1.1 million ISK. And then I also got almost a million ISK worth of loot from him. It took me quite a while, and I was right on a gate. So if anybody came into system at that point, I would have had to bugger out. But I was able to kill him. It took me a couple minutes, and it was well worth it because my ship right now, and you're going to laugh at this, is so ugly. It's only worth 3.4 million ISK. So I literally got in killing that one guy half of what it's worth. So my return on investment right now is 50%. And I'm going to start measuring every one of my fits with that. What is my return investment? So my current goal is to build a Rupture or a Stabber, because that's what I'm skilling into Minmatar cruisers, and see if I can tank them enough that they might be able to take out these batteries and sentry guns and the belts. And then if I move out there, then we'll start seeing if I can live out there. It's kind of a role-playing scenario-ish. Like I'm basically moving to Alaska. But I don't have the right clothes yet. I don't have the right thermals, and I've only got and I don't have things to keep myself going. So I'm gonna have to test. I'm gonna move to North Dakota first and see if I can live outside for a day or two, and then maybe move farther north until I get to Alaska. So that's what my current goal is. Kind of rambling on here, but just to give you an idea. Now, the couple things I was just doing a little bit of searching. Once I'm able to get out there, I have the planets out there are pretty good, and you can start doing some planetary interaction. So once I get situated out there, if I do want to stay, then I can drop down some planetary interaction, and then use wormholes to bring those goods to market. So it's going to be interesting. I want to kind of. This is a video diary of playing the game. Anybody who wants to come out and join me, they're more than welcome to. Maybe I can, and if I screw up, I will try to tell you about it, or I'll try to videotape it, and that way you don't make the same mistakes as I do. So let's just see here. Oh, so the next thing I wanted to show was what I was comparing, whether or not I wanted to go with the Rupture or the Stabber. Now, I'm not 100% sure I can take out these guns and things. This is my next level. After that, if I can't do it with that, I might move up to a battle cruiser. The only problem with that is the larger the ship, the more money you're investing. So you become more of a target, and they're slower ships, so it's easier if somebody is out there trying to kill you, to kill you. But I haven't seen a whole lot of roaming fleets out there. But I've been very, very careful. So what I was doing here was was comparing the Rupture and the Stabber, and what I was really comparing was how much I can tank them, um, to see which one I want to try to take out there. Now the Rupture here has more armor hit points than the Stabber, about 33% more, 500 hit points more. They all have the same. They both have the same damage resistances, so I don't really have to worry about those. And then the shield capacity, the Stabber has a little bit better shield capacity than the Rupture. The only thing that I'm looking at here too is, and we'll just show the Rupture. The Rupture gets bonuses to its projectile turret, rate of fire, and damage. Whereas the Stabber here gets a rate of fire and fall off for projectile damage. So I talked about that enough, but so kind of even up depending on what your playstyle is. Um, my thinking is actually to go with the Rupture, not just because it has more armor hit points, but living out there, think of it like you're not going to have, since you don't have stations readily available, um, in a role playing sense, it's very similar to living out in a camp in Alaska. Since you're not going to have stations available to you or towns available to you, you're not going to have doctors available to you or a place that you can repair your ship. Now, your shields automatically repair, but what happens if your armor gets hit? Well, if I do an armor tanked ship, I'm going to have an armor repairer on it. So that should be able to help me to. So I might want to go more with an armor tank ship. I like to do that because then I don't have to go running in long distances to get to a station to heal up. I can just heal up in a safe spot. So that's an option. Um, the other thing I can do is once I get out there, uh, put a mobile depot out, and then I might be able to switch them in and out. So first stage is to build the Rupture. Second stage is to try it out there for a little while. Third stage is to start maybe dropping a few mobile depots in different areas so that I can refit on my own and not have to go to one of these stations, and I can just drop stuff off. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I haven't used a mobile depot before, but I've been running this through my brain. That's why I haven't done a video in the last couple of days. So I got a lot of stuff to try out. This is what makes the game fun. Um, cool. So the next one I wanted to show you, and this is just kind of funny, but I just want to show you where you always want to be a little bit careful. I was looking to see if I could just buy a Stabber or a Rupture anywhere near, and when I pulled up the Stabber, this is one thing I wanted to show you. So a Stabber here costs $16,950. Now, if I just go to another area, um, I'm sure I can get that at a lower price. But something else you want to keep an eye out here for. People will take and they will put things for sale up for 1,000% of the price. And if you just automatically, and they'll put it up there for like 99 days, hoping that somebody isn't paying attention and they've got a big wallet. Maybe they just spent some money on some Plex or something like that. They've got a big wallet and they aren't paying attention. All it takes is one click, buy this, and you're not paying attention to how much is going on, and you hit buy, and now they have 16 billion ISK. You see this all the time. So I just saw that. I thought I'd throw that in here. So that's all I really have here, my next couple videos, I do want to do a finishing up video to my last series uh, with the comparing the frigates, the heavy frigates. But I've been so involved with this that maybe at some point I'll do that here in the next couple days. But what I really want to do is start doing some videos of me just flying out in this area. Like I said, if anybody wants to join me, they're more than welcome to. Just message me. Uh, you can either put it in YouTube's comment section or you can message my character. It's Ashford Rogers here. Um, and I'm just going to be hanging out in this area for quite a while, I think, unless something horribly goes wrong. But I'll keep. This will be a nice little series that I can do, and I'll try to keep it up to date and show you all the mistakes that I make. Alrighty, I'm gonna go off and try to get a blueprint copy and make my own rupture here. So, alrighty, have a good night, and glad to be back. And hopefully, I'll have some more videos coming out soon. Have a good one.